We've been told that being sociable is strength, that connecting constantly with people, always being available, always being agreeable, is the mark of a successful person. But what if that's a trap? What if, in truth, the more sociable you become, the more strategically weak and mentally deluded you are? Niccolò Machiavelli didn't believe in constant friendliness. He believed in focus, observation, and selective connection. The wise person doesn't chase social circles. They curate influence. In this brutally honest video, we'll uncover why excessive sociability is often a form of weakness. We'll explore how the constant desire to connect, please, network, and stay liked makes you forget yourself, and how Machiavelli's philosophy shows that the less you speak, the more you hear. The fewer people you surround yourself with, the less you get manipulated, and the more alone you are with your thoughts, the sharper they become. This is not about being antisocial. It's about becoming strategically selective and realizing that true intelligence rarely moves in groups. The sociability trap. Popular but powerless Machiavelli believed that being too available weakens your value. When you're always in the crowd, always engaging, always trying to maintain your image, you sacrifice insight for attention. People who chase popularity speak more than they listen, say what others want to hear, avoid conflict to preserve likability. But likability is a poor substitute for respect. The more you focus on being liked, the less room you have to think clearly and act independently. Groupthink kills intelligence. The more you immerse yourself in social circles, the more your thoughts begin to mirror the crowd. Machiavelli would call this intellectual dilution, the sacrifice of original thought for collective agreement. The sociable person adopts the strongest opinions in the room, suppresses controversial insights, avoids challenging the status quo. You can't sharpen your mind if you're afraid of standing alone. The power of silence and solitude. The less you speak, the more powerful your words become. The less people hear from you, the more they anticipate your insight. Machiavelli admired rulers who spoke rarely but decisively. Solitude sharpens clarity. Silence amplifies strength. Sociability diffuses both. The truly wise spend more time alone with their ideas than blending in with noise. Social addiction and approval dependency. Many people use sociability as a coping mechanism, a constant need for interaction to avoid discomfort with self. Machiavellian logic rejects this. Strength is found in being complete without company. Approval dependency is weakness. If you constantly seek validation, you're open to emotional control, flattery traps, and manipulation. Friendly people get played. The overly friendly person is an open book. Easy to read, easy to predict, easy to manipulate. Machiavelli warned that transparency is dangerous. When everyone knows your mind, your boundaries, your weaknesses, you become a pawn. The strategist is polite but mysterious. They know when to reveal and when to vanish. Why the crowd weakens you in crowds. You compromise values for peace. You measure worth by response. You get influenced more than you influence. The crowd rewards conformity, not brilliance. Machiavelli believed leaders must stand outside the masses to truly lead them. The more you blend in, the more you dissolve your edge. Mastering strategic social isolation. You don't have to be alone, but you must be okay with being alone. Strategic isolation means choosing quality over quantity in relationships, using alone time for reflection and study, engaging only when it benefits your purpose. This isn't loneliness. This is leverage. The myth of networking. Modern life glorifies networking, but Machiavelli would question this obsession. If your power depends on connections, not competence, you're vulnerable. If your access disappears, so does your value. True Machiavellians network quietly, selectively, and only when necessary. High exposure, low power people who are always on, always active, always public, eventually become predictable. Machiavelli preferred those who moved in silence, acted from the shadows, and didn't reveal every move. Sociable people become familiar, and familiarity breeds comfort, not fear. Building influence without belonging, you can influence people without needing to be part of their circle. In fact, outsiders often hold more sway because they're not bound by emotional ties. Speak rarely, observe deeply, step in only when it's strategic. The weight of image maintenance. Sociable people become trapped in their public image. They must maintain consistency, friendliness, and presence, or risk losing favor. But Machiavellian thinkers prioritize power over popularity. They choose impact over impression. Don't let your energy drain into performance. Intelligence is refined in silence. Great minds, from Machiavelli to Marcus Aurelius, all shared one thing: a practice of daily solitude. Silence allows you to organize your thoughts, reclaim your identity, strengthen your internal compass. In solitude, your mind sharpens. In noise, it scatters. Why sociable people rarely win long-term? Yes, they gain early popularity, but over time, they burn out, dilute themselves, or get taken advantage of. The strategic loner, on the other hand, grows steadily, builds in silence, strikes with precision. Being loved is temporary. Being respected is enduring. Machiavellian rules for social power. 1. Speak less than you know. 2. Never reveal everything, especially your boundaries. 3. Be warm, but not available. 4. Don't network, negotiate. 5. Walk alone until someone proves they can walk with you. The fear of solitude is a weakness. Most people fear being alone because it forces self-confrontation. But Machiavelli would argue, if you can't master solitude, you'll never master power. Solitude teaches control, emotional regulation, strategic patience. Don't fear the quiet, rule it. Popularity versus influence. The sociable person is often liked, but they rarely lead. Machiavellian power isn't about popularity, it's about control. Control of self, of narrative, of attention. Influence is earned in silence, not in smiles. Protecting your mind from noise. Every conversation, post, and social event adds noise to your mind. Over time, your thoughts aren't yours. They're echoes of the crowd. True thinkers filter. They create space. They choose who speaks into their life. Your intelligence is sacred. Protect it. Solitude as mental warfare. Solitude isn't retreat, it's preparation. It's where you study your enemies, rehearse your moves, observe the field. Machiavelli would use isolation to build advantage, and then return stronger, sharper, and more dangerous. Be selective or be stupid. This isn't about rejecting people. It's about choosing people, intentionally, powerfully. The more you socialize, the more you dilute. The more you retreat, the more you refine. Let others chase applause. You chase strategy. If this opened your mind, like this video, subscribe for daily strategic truths, and share it with someone trapped in the social illusion. Comment below. What's one way excessive sociability has weakened your clarity or control? Stay silent, stay sovereign, stay sharp.